Hey, Shalom, Yeshua. I'm going to start source by giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem Shai. Double honors to the Apostle GMS and honors to brothers that are doing the work in truth, war, sincerity. Just want to do a real quick one. Something I was meditating on. I don't know if it's an idea that popped into my head on its own. Obviously, it's all the spirit now. Or maybe whether it's, I heard it on the video, watched it on the video, I don't know. It's something I was meditating on recently. I was, speaking with Akim about it yesterday, about how Jake will always do this thing, right? Me included. I'm guilty. Where they'll be like, I'm tired, this that, and the other. I'm just I'm gonna sleep, man. I'm tired. But then you ask yourself, would you do that if there was a bitch involved, if there was a woman involved? Basically, if there was a carnal lust involved, would you be tired then? Right? Because you know Jay, man. Jake will, I'm tired, I'm tired. But then a chick will give him a ring, yo, babe, what you saying? You wanna come round? I'm a bit horny. All of a sudden, they ain't tired. Right? And it's basically, you wanted to go into, just studying more, basically putting your all into this thing at the end of the day, because all of those carnal desires at the end of the day, they're a distraction, and this truth comes first. I'm not saying not to get your end off, hey, that's it's part of a good, it's healthy for you, getting your end off in that. But we get in the scriptures, right? This is our 1 Corinthians 9:25. It says, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. So I'll look up two words, right? You got this word here, striveth, which is G75, which is agonizomai. Agonizomai. Right, it says to struggle, literally compete for a prize, to contend with an adversary, to endeavor to accomplish something, right? So, there's several things that we can take from that, right? To struggle, and there's a better down there, it says to contend with adversaries, fight, right? One of the things we've got to fight is our carnal desires, right? Is to, and the flesh, because like I'm saying, man, there'll be times where you legit want to study, but, man, that spirit of just being tired, just overtakes you, and then you just fall asleep or whatever, what have you, right? But like I said, the reason why I'm putting this out, because I know I've done it, I know I do it, right? If there's a carnal lust involved, so, all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm not tired. I try always go bed before a certain time, but you catch yourself if there's a carnal lust involved being up after that time. Right? When I do it, son, I was just like, shit, would I do this if I was studying? That's something, you gotta ask yourself. You see what I'm saying? Right, it says, and what else? To compete for a prize. At the end of the day, we're competing for the crown. That's what it says at the end there. Right, at the end of the scripture, it says, now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. Right? So the aim is to, the aim of the game is to get a crown at the end of the day. Right? Yeah, and at the end also it says to endeavor to accomplish something. So basically, you do your hardest. You say, yo, this is what I want to go into. This is what I want to get, right? And we should also look up temperate, right? To exercise self-restraint and diet in chastity, right? To be self-controlled, right? So basically what this is saying, anyone who's hoping, willing, pushing for the kingdom, or rather to be saved on this side, he's balanced, man. He's he's self-restrained, he's self-controlled. Right, and that will come down to time management, for instance. One thing I want to do is usually I'll study, before I go to bed or something. But what I want to do is maybe study as soon as I get home. So make sure that I've got all my studying, so that if I am genuinely tired later on, it's what do you call it? then I'll get tired doing something that's not important, like talking to a bitch. I mean, not to say I haven't got it like that at all. That's not how the spirit works with me. I ain't got it like that at all. Just using that as an example, right? Um, right. It says Matthew 13. We start from 23. It says, then said one unto him, are they few that be saved? And he said unto him, strive to enter in at the strait gate, for many I say unto you will seek to enter and shall not be able. Right, look up this word here, straight, narrow, straight. Now I believe something to do with difficulty as well. Let me see the root for this. Snuck, its laptop's getting old. Yeah, so basically what it is I believe this will be the same word here. Right, fight, labor, fervently strive, right? So basically you got to work hard to go in at the other, straight gate. And that straight gate's, a point of difficulty because you got the world all around you. The world is telling you, waste time, waste time, waste time. Really, that's ultimately what it is. Right, but the end there is, many shall seek to enter in, but shall not be able to. Therefore, it's, you got to always remember that this thing is inclusive, very exclusive. You gotta do what you gotta do so that you can be saved. Right, this is the root 428. It says, for as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek Him 10 times more. We gotta seek the Lord. We gotta, like I said, put our all into this. And once again, I ain't saying you can't get your end up. I ain't saying you can't do what you gotta do. It's not what I'm saying at all. Right, like I said, you always got to be careful when you're reading these studies. But it says that it's good for your psyche to be busting a nut. But obviously some brothers, the Lord ain't put the spirit on them, to require that, which is why Paul said, I hope that you are all as me, but if you burn, do what you gotta do. Right, it says 2 Timothy 2:15 says study to show thyself approved. So that's one of those things that we gotta do. We gotta study, lest you be at camp and you get a scoff and you ain't got an answer. Right, and I'm gonna finish up with Psalms 133, and this one's important because you'll get certain cats that don't wanna, never really wanna link up with Archeum and that, but if there's a woman involved, then yeah, they're there, man. We saw, yeah, man. I'm tired. I'm tired. Hey, slack, yeah. I'm tired, man. This, that, and the other. But as soon as a woman's involved, take off the pajamas, go for a shower, catch the night bus, and then he's there, and get back home late, and then all of a sudden, he's going bed, late in the evening. But it's like when it was time to meet Aki and what was going on, right? At the end of the day, the main people we really want to be around, right, is the Aki, because outside of work, when you're at work, you're just around demons, man. You're around demons. Rather, really and truly, most of the time, when you're not around brothers, for the majority of the time, you're around demons. Like I was speaking to my one of my family members earlier on. I was explaining to him, spirit. Obviously I didn't say spirit, but spirit has it whereby I'll meet chicks and they all have boyfriends. It's like, yeah, I ain't dealing with that. And he was like, well, you gotta be more savage. Don't care about that shit, man. And I was telling you just think to yourself, man, shit. People in this world are just completely off, man. They don't have care for their neighbor. They don't have love for their neighbor, and that's what love is. Love is following the commandments of the law. The commandments say, yo, man, you gotta love your brother, and part of loving your brother is not doing any ill to him. It says, love work no ill to his neighbor, or something like that. Therefore, love is keeping the commandments, right? If you love your brother, you ain't gonna commit. You ain't gonna deal with this woman. But these people in the world, they don't know that. So really and truly, the only people you can really be spending multitudes of time with is Yakib. Now, once again, don't think I'm saying don't spend time with a woman. Some brothers live with their women. It is what it is. But all I'm saying is, it's a thing of priorities and time management. All that's good. All the other stuff is good as long as the main thing is done. As long as these scriptures are studied and these videos are made. Right, so with that, Lord, Lord's will, you've been edified. I'm going to say shalom.